Well, hello. Thank you for sharing some time with me. I wanted to tell my community that I have finally found a moment of calm to be able to come back into my craft room and create something. This something is these angels and snowflakes that you see on my desk. As many of you already know, our daughter was involved in a horrific explosion that took place in Orlando, Florida, United States, and has been in critical condition since arriving at one of only the 7 best critical care burn units in the country, and for that we are so grateful. This said, I want to convey my deepest and sincerest appreciation for the incredible supportive help you gave when I received the news and reached out to you for prayer, thoughts, and well wishes. I'm just going to take a sip of tea, sorry. Thank you. I called upon my community first as my first resort, as you are all my closest friends. I never thought you would be able to come by my side as quickly as you did. Because I know that we all live such busy lives. To simply stop what you were doing what you were at that time, and did so with great compassion and willing to do anything to help. I'm more grateful than words can express. Your willingness and calm nature was and continues to be so comforting. I just wanted to say a big thank you. You definitely made an unpleasant situation bearable. I can only hope that if you ever find yourself in need of anything, that you all know that I am here to help, as you have helped me. Please don't ever hesitate to ask, because I would be humbly honored to repay the kindness of this community that you continue to show us. Currently, our daughter continues to be in critical care. I'm fighting for her life. That said, we have been told that it is imperative that we start living again. That said, I found myself at 4 o'clock this morning in my craft room, which you all know is my greatest joy, staring at paper, primarily Christmas stuff. And I thought, well, God, lead me to something, a tag, a collage, masterboard, put the Christmas stuff away, something. And then I remembered that when our daughter Lindsey was little, and my other children, and my grandchildren, we used to make snowflakes and angels because we live in Florida. So we'd have to make our snowflakes. So I went right to my doilies and I pulled them out. And here you are. And here I am. That said, I was wondering if you too might be interested in knowing how I made them. And stay for a few minutes while I show you how I did it and craft along with me. As a YouTuber, one of which I never, ever, ever imagined being, but I am. In my opinion, I have since become that person on the other side of the camera, been an inspiration, which is something, it was my goal. That's all. Just an inspiration. Give an idea that perhaps was forgotten about because it was something that was done 20 years ago. Who knows? But that was my goal and remains my goal. If I inspire one person, that's great. My job was done. My goal was met. Tonight I want to inspire you to make something for perhaps your Christmas tree, or I don't know, something you might want to put on a gift. These angels and snowflakes I've created thus far, and I'll be creating more, are to decorate Lindsey's ICU room, where currently she's not allowed any visitors due to the high risk of infection that could take her life. She remains critical but in stable condition. I can tell you that. But that's my greatest belief, the reason why she is still here, is through your prayers, your well wishes, your thoughts, and your love for a child who you've never met and likely will never meet. You are not just a person on the other side of this camera to me. You're my family. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. That said, here are the snowflakes and the angels. Let's get started. Here's one. And the things that you need to make these, you have in your stash. That's the good thing, I guess. Miss B, if you're watching, I just wanted to point out what I placed on the angel's head. Because Lindsay's a lot like you and me, Miss B. The more bling, the better. For those of you who love bling, I think you'll agree it was a good choice for this particular angel. As you can see, possibly, she also has a lot of glitter around, you know, here and there. And that's called glitter glass. I get mine from Germany, but I'm sure you can get it on Etsy or perhaps Amazon. I don't know. But it lasts a long time and you don't need a lot because it's so beautiful and sparkly. Gosh, I really hope that you can see that in the camera. It's so pretty. So that's one. I mix my glitter with gold. That one, I'm sorry, this one was done so that I could show you how it looks with, I'm sorry, I just lost the name of it. Sorry. Stickles. This one was done with stickles. So I could show you in case you had stickles and not glitter glass or glitter. You can use stickles. So that's what I did on this one. And then on this one, I have this very fine tinsel. It's on like an embroidery floss. And this is a gold and silver mixed glitter glass that I used. I don't know if it's even showing up in the camera because I can't see the camera right now. I'm trying. And this is the back of what the angel looks like. And this is the string I used, which happens to be a wool embroidery floss. That was my mother-in-law's. So yeah, I used that for the, you know, to hang her on her tree. We hope to be able to place in her room come Christmas. So then I also made this cutie patootie with smaller doilies, and I just put a little crown on her with glass glitter. And again, the same embroidery, wool embroidery thread, just one strand. And then the snowflakes, they are so simple. Everything is simple. I hope I make it simple. But this is the snowflake, again, made with doilies. And as you can see, I've attached that same, you know, wool thread. And I attached it using floral pins because I have them. But if you don't have them, you can use a common pin, you know, something that you use for quilting or for sewing. I have these kind, which have little buttons on the top at my desk, but you know what I mean. I happen to have these, and I liked the pearl head on them, so I use those. So that's this one. And then that's the same. For this one, I used some sturdy embroidery thread that you would use in an embroidery machine, so that I could string the pearls on them, as you can see. The white part is the pin, and then the gold, white, gold, white are just some, you know, pearls that I had in my stash. And then I put the tiny little seed clear bead on the top and glued it so that the beads wouldn't travel up and down on the cord, and it would hang wherever I chose to hang it without them, you know, coming off. So with that said, let's get going. We will make the snowflake first because that's the simplest. Not the simplest, they're both very simple, but the quickest. So this happens to be, where's my ruler? There it is. I'm pretty sure it's a 10-inch, but you can use any size. Yes, it's a 10-inch doily. So for the angel, I'm sorry, we're doing the angel, so you'll need a 10-inch, and this is a 6-inch. You can use a 12-inch and an 8-inch. You can use a 12-inch and a 6-inch. You can use whatever size you want. You just want one to be bigger than the other. That's all. And you'll see why. So for the angel, the first thing you do is you take it and you flip it over and you fold it like so, so that it meets here like this. And then don't pinch it all the way across. Just pinch the ends. Here and here. It's so simple. I've not ever seen these made in any YouTube channel, on any YouTube channel. I'm sure they're out there. I'm positive they're out there. But I've been making these with my children and my grandchildren for years. So if you are somebody who recently, or even 20 years ago, made these, please let me know so that I can give you credit. So you've pinched both sides, as you can see. And now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to simply cut it in half. How are you all? I've missed you. Are you still creating for Christmas? I'm sorry to have been away from social media and, you know, videos. I have watched a couple. They've been a blessing. But I listen primarily to music and read as much or as best as I can. So, but I so am thankful that I was able to get in and do some crafting, because it's really calmed my spirit and helps me to, you know, be closer to her by creating things for her. So what you're going to do is, you don't need this piece anymore, but save it because you could use it for something else. So all you're going to do is, there's a good side and a kind of not good side on every doily, as you know. So you want to take your good side, the pretty side, the one that's not, you know, jagged, and you just simply want to do this and match it up. And then take your glue. Oh, dang it. I need some more of these bottles. Every time I go to take the cap off of it, the little pin comes out. I'm sorry. Where was I? Okay, so you're going to fold it like this. I hope I'm in frame because I can't see you. For those of you who have been commenting or writing or private messaging or emailing, thank you so much. I'm reading as many as I can and responding to them as I can. But I know you understand. Lindsey is our youngest of 5 children. And for those who don't follow me on a regular basis, I am from the southwest coast of Florida, United States. We love it here, especially during snowstorms. We'd rather shovel sand. It's easier. It doesn't make so much of a mess. So then you're going to fold it so that it meets at the top, and just hold it there while the glue dries, which if you use glitter glue, it will dry very quickly. You could use tacky glue, you could use glue stick, you could use anything that's going to hold it closed. I like to put these on gifts for people who I'm hand delivering to. They look so beautiful. They really do. They also look gorgeous on a Christmas tree, especially when the lights hit them. Or you walk by and, you know, one spins and one of those tiny little lights. They're so beautiful. Anyway, I hope you enjoy our time together. I know that I will, or that I am. So, there you go. The next thing you're going to do or need is a piece of cardstock. Oh my goodness. Hold on one second. Dear, I'm so sorry. I forgot about the cardstock. Hold on one moment. So you're going to need a piece of cardstock and a 2-inch. For the 10-inch, I used a 2-inch circle. And all you're going to do is punch 2. Okay? And then you're going to take your thread of choice or yarn or ribbon or whatever you choose, I'm using this spool of wool embroidery thread that was my mother-in-law's, only because I have so much of it, and it really works well with this project. And you could put beads on this one as well, depending on how big or small the hole is on the bead. So you just simply, I hope you can see, I'm just putting some glue on this circle. And then I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to leave plenty of room up here because I don't know yet how long or short I'm going to need it. I'm going to place it across like this. I'm going to take my second piece and I'm going to carefully place it so that it all meets. Okay? And that's it. And then once it's dry, oh, there was something on the other side of that, but it's okay. You're not going to see it, and we'll pretend it's not there. So, and this is just, you know, regular lightweight cardstock, nothing heavy. You could use copy paper. So then I'm going to snip it right at the bottom here. So this now becomes the hanger. I hope I'm making sense. Oh, it feels so good to be back with you guys. You all mean so much to me. So then you're going to take your base that's glued and dry. You're going to pinch the top like this. And you're going to figure out where you want your head to be. This is going to be your head to your angel. Okay? So I know that I want mine pretty much centered with this circle here. And then I'm just going to hold it there, take my glue, and just put some glue there. And press it. And just hold it for a minute. You know art glitter glue, it dries really fast. That's why I'm using it. So I don't keep you all too long. I am so grateful for you stopping by. I really did need to get back. And there you go. That's it so far. So now I'm going to take my smaller doily, the 6-inch doily. I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to choose a center point. And for me, I mean, you don't have to. I just can't cut straight worth beans. I'm going to pinch my sides like this so I know where to cut in a straight line. So you just cut it like this in half. And those are her wings. And then all you do is take this, and you can do one of two things. You can leave it, you know, leave the length because it's going to be hanging on your tree, or you can trim it off. It's up to you. No rules, no measuring, just fun and pretty. So I'm going to take mine, and I just place it, you know, sort of near to the side of her head a little bit. And then I'll lower it a bit. And I'll probably push it out a bit. Like so. And then I'm holding it. I'm flipping it over, and I'm going to glue it, not the angel. And then I'm just going to press it where I had it, and then just press down on it to make sure it sticks. Always making sure that the right side of the doily is showing and the wrong side, almost like fabric. I'm sorry about that. I have to keep my phone on, so my watch is ringing. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to take a look at her. You can also do this to kind of manipulate it back a little bit. You're going to take the other side. Same thing. You're going to place it where you want it, where you think, you know, it looks best to you. It's your angel. I like it there, so I'm going to flip it, hold it. I'm going to glue it along here, just like so. So simple. And then all is done with your angel, except or unless you would like to have glitter, or you want to cut this part off, which I'll make that decision probably when I hang it and see what it looks like. Don't let your string get stuck in there. So now I'm just gonna put her aside for now, and we're gonna make the snowflake. Actually, I think what I'll do first is, this is my dish of glitter, and to keep it stuck, I use our glitter glue because that's what it was made for in the first place, to hold glitter. Who knew? I have to laugh every time I think about that, because I never did. Till recently, I'm like, why did they call it glitter glue if it doesn't have glitter? You just put this glue anywhere you want, or where you think that you'd like to have the glitter, if you're using any type of glitter and glue, and just put it where you want it. Put the glue where you think you want some pretty sparkles, which in my opinion is the most fun part about Christmas creating, is we get to use the gold glitter and the silver. Like I said, I mix it. It's very shiny. I know that you likely can't see it in my camera, but it is very sparkly. And once it's there, it's there. It doesn't come off. Just in case, I'm going to put down my paper towel in case I miss the small dish I use for the glitter. So you just sprinkle it on. I can't really see the glue anymore, but I know it's attaching to wherever I put it. There's several ways you could do this. You could just do the edges like Heather from Ruby and Pearl does. This is where I learned about glitter glass, was from Heather at Ruby and Pearl several years ago. I've been following her on Graphic Fairies for a very long time, and also on her YouTube channel. She is just amazing. An amazing artist and an amazing person, as you all are. I've learned so much from you all. As far as my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, first and foremost, thank you so much to each and every one of you. Even more importantly, let me know if you too have a YouTube channel so that I can visit your channel and be inspired by your creations, because that's where I get my inspiration. my inspiration comes from years of watching YouTube videos. What a great community we have, right? I mean, oh my goodness. So fortunate. So that's all you do as far as that's concerned. And later on, I'll likely do her dress, but I just wanted to show you how I do this part. And like I said, you can use stickles. It just takes, I'm impatient. I like things to dry fast. This dries fast. Once it's on, it stays. It's done. So make sure wherever you put your glue is where you want your glitter. And you may not hit all the spots that you put your glue, but it's fine, it dries clear. You'll never know it's there or that it was there. Can you see how beautiful that is? Now for her head, for this particular head, I remembered, and see, my desk, it's barely got any glitter glass on it because it sticks immediately to the, you know, this is because I went over the edge of my plate, and I typically will use paper. You know, I'll put down some copy paper, but I didn't because I forgot. So we don't need that anymore. You get the point. So anyway, I was looking through my stash and I remembered that I had a roll of this. And I thought, ooh, that would be pretty. Who doesn't like diamonds? So I thought, ooh, let's try this. It could be a disaster. It's the first time I've tried it. So I'm going to kind of do it in a V to make it look like her little crown. And make sure it's in the middle and it's even. Otherwise, she looks kind of crooked. And then I'm just going to take, I just like, it comes like this. I just took this off. I was going to cut each individual one, but I thought, oh dear, that might take a while. So I'm simply going to place it here, and then I'm just going to put it kind of up like this and up like this and hope that it works and it looks pretty. If it doesn't, I'll just take off this and I'll put on a new one. Maybe I should have used the Fabri-Tac on this. I'm not sure. There we go. There. I'm sorry for becoming silent. I was concentrating. Let's see. I'll cut it here. And I'll cut it here. Oops. Maybe I should have waited for it to dry, huh? I didn't want to use Fabri-Tac because you know how Fabri-Tac sometimes it will take the shine off of things. I may have put that on upside down. No, I didn't. This is on like a thread. I love it. It's beautiful. I bought it last Christmas, but I didn't use it. I found it with my Christmas things. There we go. That worked. Beautiful. And I'll do the bottom of her dress afterwards. So there she is. I hope you can see this glitter. It's just gorgeous. So that's that. So the snowflake, I used the 6-inch doilies. You need 5. Okay? So what you're going to do is take it and you want to make the fold on the wrong side of the doily, like the wrong side of the fabric. And just fold it up like this and meet your edges. Pinch down your sides. Make sure your top is, you know, even, and pinch there, and then just pinch across and then pinch across like that. And then do this. And then you're going to fold in this side to the crease. Press it down with your fingers. I'm sorry if I sound like a kindergarten teacher. I know that you're all very bright and very talented. I taught for too many years. So I feel like everybody needs explicit instructions, which is so silly. So then just, you know, give it a crease. Now what you're going to do is take your glue, and I'm using our glitter glue, like I said, for the sake of, you know, time. And you're going to start, you know, right about here. And you're going to just glue that edge to here. And then you're going to do the same for the other side. And then you're going to take it and you're going to bring it up. Remember, this is your good side. You're going to bring it up, meet the top, and then down here, you want to make sure that your corners down here match, and then fold it across like that. Okay? When I was making these, I just take my ruler and I kind of do this and do this to make sure that no glue got on here or got on here. We don't want that. We only want those edges glued. Okay? So then you do that with all 5. And I already have mine folded because, like I said, I didn't want to keep you all so long. I'm learning. So that's what you have. But when I was making like the second or third one, I thought, oh my goodness, what an adorable pocket that would make, you know, for anything. Let me find something. I'm too organized. That's all I've been doing. It helps. Goodness gracious. What's in here that I can use for a tag? Something I just got in the mail. Heavens to Betsy. Coming out of tag. You know what? Here's a piece of fabric. But, I mean, you know, it's so cute. It's got a little gusset on the side. So it's got plenty of room. And how cute of a pocket that would be. See, already I found that I had to stick my ruler in there because there's a little bit of glue, and I do not want that to stick. There we go. You want it to be like this. Make sense? But still an adorable, sweet pocket for any journal. So that's all you do for that. Now, once you've got your 5 folded just the way I showed you, I'll take out my 5. Oops. Let me just put this bling in my little bling tin. So now you're going to take your 5. Let me get everything out of the way so that you can see what I'm doing. Still in frame? Amen. Okay, so let me just put this cover on. All right, so you've got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to take your first one and take your glue back. I'm likely preaching to the choir. You probably already know how to do this. But I wanted to be with my friends, so here I am. You go across the bottom and about a 1/2 inch, like so. So I've gone across and down. I'm going to take my next piece and I am going to turn this around because I need for these two to be like pages in a binding of a book. So I need this corner and this corner and this corner to line up. And then just pinch, just tap along that edge so that the glue sticks. You know where I'll show you. Okay, so now you've got 2 together. Take your 3rd one and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go across like this. And then about a 1/2 inch. Match it up. I'm sorry I'm looking at it from this angle, but it's easiest. I find gluing and cutting is the hardest thing to do on camera. Anybody that's out there in YouTube land probably agrees. So then you do that. Take your 4th one and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do all your folding, your gluing. These are fun to mass make. Just get them all mass made. Get 20 folded like this and then put together the 5, 5, 5, and 5. It wouldn't take more than minutes, as you can see. So my 4th one is on. My cornice is still matching. And my little, everything's still the same. Everything here looks the same. And then I'm just going to take my last one, which is folded and glued on the edges. And I'm going to do the same thing. Across the bottom and about a 1/2 inch. Maybe it's not a 1/2 inch. Maybe it's a 1/4 inch. Nope, it's a 1/2. I know that there's some people that really like measurements and I love to give them to them, although I hate measuring. I try to avoid it. Typically it gets me into trouble and I have to fix something, but that's okay. It's paper. So now once that's all dried, which, I use the art glitter glue, so I know that it is. Excuse me for a minute. And I've got glue all over my fingers, and I'm sorry. Not from this, just from making those. And doing some cleaning. I got my 3 things accomplished today, which was great. So now that everything is, you know, the bottoms are all glued together like we have, next thing you're going to do is bring it around, which I'm sure you already knew. And you might have to manipulate it a little bit after, you know, you've got it pulled around. And then what I'm going to do is, before I do anything, I'm going to take one of my pins, this one, and like I said, you could use any size. It doesn't have to be that one. I just had them. And I'm going to use this particular embroidery thread. And I'm just going to tie a knot around the head of the pin. So whatever you're using to hold your string so that you can put a hook on it for your tree, or tie it to one of your branches, or even use it, you know, tie it to a bow on a gift, or whatever you're going to do. Just tie a knot like so. And I don't know why, but I just cut that tail off right away. And then I'm going to put my pin here before I pull it around and glue it closed. So I'm going to place it here like this. I'm going to get this out of the way. And I'm going to get my glue. Oh, dang it. I think I have more caps. I'll have to look. Because this little pin keeps coming out today, so I think it just needs a new pin. Alright, so then you take your pin, and what I do is I put plenty of glue up here with the string and the little pearl is. And I will warn you that if you use Fabri-Tac, you'll lose the luster on the pearl. So you just go down like this, and that kind of holds the pin in place, whatever, you know, whatever you're going to use. And then you're going to do a 1/2 inch here, you know, or a little bit more, just a little bit, a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. I put a little bit more than a 1/2 inch, so it might be cockeyed a little bit, but I'll take that off. I have my paper towel right next to me. Now I'm just going to take it, put my fingers in here like this, and I'm just going to take it around like this and press down like this until the glue holds. And that's sticking really nicely already. And I'll cut my string. And then it's still a little wet. I'm going to hold it for just one more second. And I'm kind of just manipulating it a little bit because some places I glued a little bit higher than others. You know, when I did the T part, you know, you glue across and then that up, I'm not always very precise. So sometimes I find, especially when the children were doing them with me, you know, I would manipulate it a little bit just to kind of make it so that it's all like cohesive isn't the word, but I think you all know. So once you do that, you can add more pearls or bling or whatever you have that might be wide enough for this, which I don't have on my desk. I mean, I have buttons. I do have lots of, little things, but I don't think I have anything. I mean, I could put a Christmas bell might be nice. Let's try it. I think that'd be fun. Come on. Oh dear. No, maybe not. Well, yeah, maybe. You could, which I will do because I really like that idea. And it was not planned. Let's see what else I have. I have a red one. So I can kind of have that go on the other side. Let me bring this closer to myself. And push it through. If it will go. Well, I'm just gonna help it by using my pin. There we go. And you can do the same thing with beads, but so I want this one to kind of go over that way. I think I need a third one. Let's see, green. What time are we at? Ooh, 57, I'm so sorry. I really hope that you were able to stay with me through it. Because it looks so pretty when it's done. I really like the bells. Oh dear, yes. So there you go. Now I just take it, I loop it like that, I go around like that, and this is my loop to which I will use for my hook, or just to, string on the branch, or to use on my gift, or what have you. And I will simply clip this part. And then I will glitter it after, because we're already at 57, and I'm sure you probably already know how to make these ornaments. So, in recapping, first and foremost, thank you so much for visiting. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I hope I've inspired you in some way today. To my current subscribers, I can't thank you enough for stopping by. I know your time is very valuable, especially those of you that do YouTube. It's a lot of work, something I take great joy in. And yeah, so thank you all again. I'm going to lay them down like this so that you can see them better. Here's our snowflake. Wow, her room's going to be beautiful. Sure is. My strings are kind of getting funky here. And then here's the one with the pearls on it. This one is so pretty. It's my favorite. Although I am quite fond of the one with the bells as well. Once it has its glitter, I think it's going to be beautiful. So, I hope I was in frame the whole time. I hope I made sense. And I hope you all appreciate the fact that, oh, my little sweetheart, my little baby. This was just made with the 6-inch. And when I cut this in half, I used these 2 halves of this one. So this one was whole, a whole 6-inch. I cut this one in half, and then I cut these in half. So this is a full half, and then these are the quarter halves, I believe. I'm not good with math. Anyway, she's there, and she's so precious, so cute. So, I'm glad that you all stopped by. I will upload this video as soon as I can. And look at that. It's so pretty. Anyway, Snowflakes and Angels made with doilies and a 2-inch paper punch and some pins. And you can have some really very beautiful ornaments for your tree, or gifts, or what have you. And again, if you were somebody that knows of somebody that has made these, do let me know so that I can give them credit. And thank you for understanding the reasons we can't be with our daughter right now. Thank you for understanding that I find myself most comforted and most alive, if you will, here with you on YouTube. So until we meet again, be safe, be well, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.